Today on the channel, we unbox Mattel Elite Series 100, The Chase, Andre the Giant, and we rank the entire wave of Elite Series 100 from my least favorite to my favorite.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for the final Mattel Elite Series 100 unboxing and review. And of course today, we're unboxing the Chase edition of Andre the Giant, and then later on in this very video, we're going to rank this entire wave from my least favorite to my favorite. Get your list together, make sure you put it in the comments down below. But of course, we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other ones here on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there, and we'll compare it to the regular edition of Andre the Giant in Series 100 as well, so stay tuned for that. And of course, it is Mattel Elite Series 100, quite the milestone in the action figure world. So we got the special Kenny Rogers Western Wear shirts back again from the end of the year, back into the new year here. Didn't have to wait too long, but after this, they go back in the closet, and we come out with them at the best of season at the end of 2023, so you'll want to stay tuned for that if we do make it that long. I think we will, but of course, we got to celebrate Series 100, and we're doing it with first time in the line business suit Andre the Giant, so very, very cool. Of course, packaging very similar to all the other ones in Elite 100, but this one is a Chase, so the Andre does look a little bit different. Got the salmon shirt under there, but he's got quite the teal overcoat, looking absolutely interesting, to put it mildly. But it was the 80s. It was a wild time, as we talked about in the regular one. Very Miami Vice-inspired Andre the Giant. He looks like he's just ready for a buddy cop movie. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But Andre right there, Andre the Giant, WWE Elite logo, Series 100, the silver and black attack, very special packaging. Very fitting for Series 100. Of course, we got similar packaging in Basic 100. Very cool packaging for that. Little artwork of Andre on the side there. Andre the Giant on this side. True Effects, certified authentic. Playing all the hits over there. On the back, there's Andre the Giant. There's the regular edition artwork, but it does look good. Big cross sell. Of course, we're ranking the set in this very video. And the big blurb for Andre. Let's see what it says about Andre up here. WWE has many legends, but Andre the Giant is the only superstar of mythological proportions. At over 7 feet tall, Andre attracted fans from around the world and captured their imaginations. Elite 100 celebrates this icon of the industry, complete with the giant-sized WWE Championship, custom-made prior to his legendary WrestleMania 3 match against Hulk Hogan. So there you go. You get Andre out of the package here. And I was wondering about this. See you later. And I guess it makes sense. I got the same background that we got with the regular Andre, so that does make sense. But very cool, you got Andre's handprint right there. We need an Andre the Giant figure with that Andre white shirt with the big handprint on it. I think that would be cool as an accessory for one of the Andres sometime in the future. But there's old Andre in the plastic prison, and anxious to see if one of his legs is loose like the regular edition. We'll see if that happens, but very, very good looking here. Do I need to cut him out? I didn't last time, but we'll see. I'm going to bust these hands out. See what's going on there. There we go. Lift the legs out. There it is. And then this can be slid out, so that does work. See you later. Goodbye. Let's look at the accessories here first. I'm going to cut Andre out. He's got the little rubber band keeping it all locked in there. Always do appreciate Mattel's extra attention to detail for the mid-on-box collectors with that. Looks really good. Now we get Andre out of the package here. We got the 2 pointing hands. He can do those big points. You don't want Andre's big hot dog fingers in your face. I can imagine that, how scary that would be. And then, of course, the big old fist for Andre the Giant. He's got the fist, he's got the pointing finger, and we got gripping hands over here. And as I always do say, got to make them as different as possible from the regular edition. Mix the hands up a little bit, give them different hand gestures. And that's the way to do that. And then, of course, we got the Hulk Hogan cross necklace that he ripped off the Hulkster on Piper's Pit. Very cool. Nice to get one of these again. Nice little attention to detail. And it's one of those accessories Mattel has in their arsenal. It doesn't cost as much as it would be, and it just really sets off the packaging, sets off the whole scene for this Andre the Giant pretty well, if you ask me. Now we get to Andre's belt here. Of course, this is the big double-wide championship belt here. Big deluxe one that Andre had made. Very, very long straps on it, so it can fit around his waist, of course. We all know that. World Wrestling Heavyweight Champion right here. Very cool. WWE logo. Obviously, it was WWF at the time. We know legal issues can't do that. But it is cool, and of course, Series 100 is really cool because different title belts with every single figure, which is always nice. And there's a lot of people that collect the belts as well as the figures, as we do know. Now we get down to Andre the Giant, the figure. Oh, the figure. And at first, Andre, the regular edition, I thought he had some like paint on his chin, but it's actually a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow going on there, so he does have that. Happy to report, legs are a little stiffer on this one, so I just got a bum one, just a little bit loose in the leg, nothing heartbreaking, anything like that, but I wanted to call that out. This one seems to be a little bit tighter, so that's always good. We always like our joints tight, as you guys know. But very, very good looking Andre. Of course, the big difference is the coat. We got the more checkered pattern one before. Heck, what am I waiting for? I might as well pull him out. I'll stick him right here for now. Got that checkered pattern one there where this is the nice teal Crockett and Tubbs Miami Vice style. I mean, these two are ready for a buddy cop twin movie. Can you imagine these two if they were twins? Oh, watch out. Watch out. But you got the same Salmon Peak shirt. We do get different pants on this one. I'm just noticing that now. You get more of a greenish color pants, kind of an army greenish color. I don't even know what color you would call that, where you get the darker blue on this one. So there's definitely a little bit more differences than just the jacket. I like that a whole lot. I'm here for that. Of course, everything, the head, everything else is going to be the same on this one. Articulation, the arms do go all the way around. Bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows, playing the hits. Hands going to be removable. Head side to side, back and forth. A lot of movement out of this head, including the pile driver back and forth. Big, big ab crunch on this one. Big old waist movements. He can do those big old Andre the Giant splits. If he's in a buddy cop movie, a car tries to come, he jumps the car. I can just see it. Oh, it writes itself. Got the thigh cut, double jointed elbows, and then you get the back and forth on the old shoes, boots down here. But obviously he's not Spider-Man. He's not going to have tons and tons of deep articulation. But it definitely looks good. Does he fit on a ringside stand? I think we know the answer to that. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And there it goes. He fits on a stand. A lot of people are saying this is kind of the rock and wrestling version of Andre. Of course, we all remember that cartoon. I didn't really get to watch that very much. I felt like I could never find it as a little kid, and it was really at the end of its days by the time I was kind of getting into wrestling, or at least knowing of a cartoon. But a lot of people say this is the rock and wrestling, which it does have a little feel to that, but there was some promo pictures of him actually wearing this, so it's actually an outfit he did wear on TV at least one time or another. So it just fits a little different holes there. And I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to display these guys. I guess I could put one with Hulk Hogan kind of reenacting ripping the cross off, and the other one maybe I put on my Andre the Giant shelf. I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to have to figure that one out. But I do really like this, and I like that they gave us something totally different, something a little bit more unexpected with this Andre the Giant. So that is always cool. It's always fun to be kept on your toes by Mattel when these things do get announced. So I like this a whole lot. You guys let me know which one do you prefer, the Chase or the regular, and I guess that segues into the next part of this video, as we're going to rank this entire Elite Series 100 from my least favorite to my favorite. All right, the time has come for us to rank this extra special set, Mattel Elite Series 100, and of course we're going to rank them from my least favorite to my favorite, just like we do every single Thursday on this very YouTube channel, as we always do a rankings video once a week. So make sure you are subscribed to this channel if you like this kind of stuff. But I'm going to ask you guys in the comments down below, put them in order. What is your ranking? It's always tough to do, but you got to do it, and it is the fun part of this. Let me know in order how you prefer your Mattel Elite Series 100. And I got to say, fabulous job by the Mattel team. You know, they've had quite the gamut of figures over the many, many years. What are we, year 13 of the Mattel line right now? Can you believe that? Really the gold standard. You guys know I love all aspects of wrestling figures. All the way back to LJN, to Hasbro, to most of the Jakks. And looking at you, Titantron. But then into the Mattel, there's been some of the greatest figures ever from Mattel. And everything I can find enjoyment across the board, and we all should be able to. You should be able to look at things like an LJN and say, yes, I understand, but at the same time, that was quite the iconic toy back in the day. But Mattel, by the time things are all said and done, they quite possibly could have the best toy line of all time in the wrestling figure headspace. It's pretty much right there right now because of the longevity of the line. It's just truly a magical time to be a wrestling fan and a wrestling collector. If you're collecting wrestling action figures, of course, we know Mattel's going strong. AEW is out there with many different lines. We got Boss Fight doing doing MLW figures, Lucha Libre figures, and soon to be Impact figures. We got Storm Collectibles putting their toes in and out of things. We got all the retro lines from all the different toy lines making retro figures. We got the major pod guys making bendies, Junk Shop Dog making Poppy style figures. There's so much out there for everybody. It truly is quite the renaissance, and this is one of those big moments where we got to celebrate things, and that's what we got here with Mattel Elite Series 100. So without further ado, we're going to rank it. We're going to start. We're going to put them in order here. Oh boy, it's going to be tough to do. And you know what? I just realized I forgot Rey Mysterio. I better bring Ray in here. He needs to be part of the ranking, doesn't he? So I got Ray right there as well. All right, now how are we going to rank these guys? We got 4, 5, 6, 7 figures with the chase. Unfortunately, I'm going to start off at number 7, Becky Lynch. I have to imagine most are going to be there. Obviously, there's not a huge enjoyment of most wrestling figure collectors of the female figures. I think it's gotten better, but we still do see out at retail a lot of peg warmers, and they are traditionally female ones. It's just the facts. If you watch my figure hunting videos every single Friday, this Becky is good, it's just not great, and when you take it against the rest of these, it's going to be in last place for me. The jacket is cool, it feels really cool. It is a pain to get it on and off. I would love a soft goods version, but I understand the reasons for that. The biggest miss for me, though, is the head sculpt. It is a little bit better than I thought it was going to be in person, but it's still not quite there. But it does look a heck of a lot like her from this time period here. It's cool to get the new title belt, just like all these other ones, but Becky, somebody's got to be last, and it's going to be Becky for me. Now we move on to number 6, and number 6, I'm going to my old personal friend, John Cena. Hopefully he's not watching. I'd hate to offend my old buddy, John. But John, we've had a lot of Johns over the years. Yes, it's cool to get the chain. Yes, it's cool to get the spinner belt. I still can't get my spinner belt to spin, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. But John looks good. He's got the hat and everything else. To me, maybe it's just missing a shirt. It just feels a little bit unfinished, but it's still a good representation of this era of John Cena. Of course, a lot of John Cena fans out there. Like, I love the Warrior. Other people love Macho Man Hogan. Cena's right in that class that people hardcore collect Cena. So I think there's a lot for somebody that wants this one. Of course, Series 100. You couldn't have Series 100 really without John Cena, a guy that's been there from the Jax days all the way to the Mattel days. So he does look really, really good. But he's coming in at number 6 in my countdown here. Who's going in at number 5? That's the million-dollar question. And you know what? I'm going to go to REY. The man with all the mystery right here, Ray. A good figure, a really good Ray. And all these figures are really good. I like Ray. I like to finally get that cruiserweight belt for sure. Like the colors. It's not the crazy neon colors that we get with some Rays. It's the WCW throwback. A lot to like about this Ray. Really, the only negative I have is the hands are a little too big. But besides that, no real negatives. It's just somebody's got to be 5th place, and it's going to be Rey Mysterio here in this countdown. Now we turn our attention to number 4. Number 4, this is hard. This is really a hard set to list in order. I guess I'm going to go to Miami Vice Andre the Giant at number 4. I like this Andre, of course. Feels different. I've said in the reviews, we get so many Andres, or we've received so many Andres from so many toy lines over the years. Super 7, Hasbro, LJN, Mattel, Jax, you name it. There's been a lot of Andre the Giant figures, but these truly do feel different. It feels like something we've never had before, and that's always great. Love the new title belt, the bigger one. Not really going to be used for anybody else, but it tells Mattel's commitment to the action figure line to actually give us a belt like this, kind of a one-and-done belt. I think that is really cool. But somebody's got to be number 4, and that's going to be Andre the Giant in his Miami Vice jacket, we'll call it. Now we're down to the final 3 here. Number 3, I'm going to go to The Rock, and I guess he would win the sleeper pick of this one. I really like this Rock, and when I thought at first, before getting these open and stuff, I thought he'd be down here towards the end, but I really like The Rock. Of course, the Brahma Bull title belt looks really good. A new soft good shirt that feels similar but different, feels a little different here. I like that. How this Rock feels in hand just absolutely feels fantastic. Your mileage may vary, but no loose joints, no loose ab crunch, just a very, very tight, very good posability in this Rock figure. Of course, Rock, one other guy just like Cena, and like all these people in this countdown, a defining of a generation, quite the big star, huge movie star, and like we said, probably coming back for WrestleMania this year. You get the glasses we've had with The Rock before, but the head sculpt on this one is absolutely amazing. A stunning Rock head sculpt. Biggest complaint, really my only complaint on this figure, is I wish he had the Come Bring It hand that we got with the Ultimate Edition. I'm kind of shocked Mattel just doesn't use that hand a little bit more, especially on Rock figures. Have to think when they run that Ultimate back a little bit with a twist, we'll get those hands again. But this Rock, who'd have thought? Number 3, coming in really hot, the sleeper of the set, if you ask me. Now we're down to the final 2, and Believe it or not, I'm going Andre the Giant at number 2, which leaves Stunning Steve Austin at number 1. What the come behind for Stunning Steve? Andre, what more to say about this? I just prefer this look over this one, but still a very cool Andre. Very, very awesome idea. Happy to have this. But Stunning Steve, I'm a little biased because of nostalgia. I grew up on WCW and the WWF, of course. But I followed Stone Cold. I keep saying Stone Cold. I followed Stunning Steve from his time in Texas all the way into WCW, rooting him along, really enjoying his TV title run as a kid, all the way into the Dangerous Alliance, and then up into ECW. And then things fell apart when he went to the WWE. I wonder whatever happened to him. No, he went on to much bigger success, but I just always remember that window of time when I was, 8, 9, 10 years old, whatever I was at the time, enjoying that era of WCW, just at being a kid, enjoying it, and really rooting on Stunning Steve Austin. And quite the way he's made a career of himself, going into movies, everything else, but it all started right here. And I know a lot of people like the Hollywood Blondes version. I get that too, but something special about this one for little Kyle, and apparently old man Kyle too as well. So Stunning Steve, who'd have thought, especially when I didn't think the head sculpt would be that great going into things, he jumped all the way to number 1. So quite the murders row here in Elite Series 100. Anxious to find out from you guys your ranking order. Please put it in the comments down below and put it in order and let me know your thoughts on Elite Series 100. Here at Series 100, it sounds like it's going to be here at the end of January, so stay tuned for that. And the best way to stay tuned is, of course, subscribe to the channel, turn the old notification on, hit the old thumbs up. It always does help the channel, and don't forget about the Patreon link in the description below. Get early access to all these videos, bonus content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it. A lot going on over the Patreon, and you do support content like this. You also can support the content over on ProWrestlingTees.com. Pick up a t-shirt, and then don't forget about social media. Follow along over there. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Mattel Elite Series 100, I am Kyle. Here's to 100 more.